Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. In today's stories, OP and his fiancée want to have a destination wedding with all their family and friends present, but they had no idea how much of a mess this decision would make. Am I the idiot for controlling the date of my own wedding? Note, first world problem. But my partner and I, based in London, are planning a destination wedding in Greece. Most of our family is in Australia. After extensive research, we chose the date, May 30th, because it falls just before peak season. Keeping costs manageable for us and our guests, while still offering great weather, it also allows more people to turn it into a summer trip, without requiring them to pay high season prices. Our parents, 3 sets of parents involved, are contributing financially, splitting costs 4 ways, but my fiancé's dad and stepmom are upset because this date coincides with university exams in Australia. Her 2 younger sisters, who will be in their 2nd year of university, might have exams during this period, but we won't know for sure until much closer to the time. One of her sisters may be able to get an exemption, since some universities allow weddings as a valid reason, while the other likely cannot, unless she claims illness. My fiancé's dad and stepmom want us to move the wedding to late June, after the exam period, but this would significantly increase costs for everyone, including us, the other parents, and our guests. Many venues, including the one we love, require a 7-night minimum stay in peak season, and flights/accommodation will be much more expensive. They've suggested that all paying parties involved, including us, them and the other parents, contribute more money to cover the difference, but that still means other parents and guests would have to pay extra for travel, lodging and more. My parents would likely not be willing to pay more for this reason. I feel like we're being asked to change everything for the possibility that my fiancé's sisters have exams, which in theory, they can get out of. We've tried to be flexible, even talking to the venue and looking into exemption policies of the universities, but planning around so many unknowns seems impractical. My fiancé's dad and stepmom, however, feel that my sister's ability to attend their exams should take priority, but we want to stick to our original date. Are we the a-holes? Or are we being unreasonable for wanting to stick to our original date? OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. I believe I might be the a-hole because I am not being fully considerate of my immediate family and working around them. I am asking a lot of all my guests and perhaps I should be more lenient to my would-be sister-in-laws. The action that should be judged is the arguing and potential stubbornness surrounding the date of my wedding. Okay, I don't think you and your fiancé are idiots for wanting a destination wedding. It's your choice, and as long as your guests are willing to go, I don't see a problem with that, and I understood why you picked this wedding date. The reasons you gave are valid and make sense, but you're not paying for the entire wedding by yourselves. You both are counting on your parents' financial help, and because of that, you'll also have to consider what they want, and in this case it's the security that your fiancé's sisters will be able to attend, without compromising their education. Which makes sense. I don't think you're an idiot for fighting to keep this date, because as I said, the reasons for you picking it are valid, and if you end up choosing not to change the date, I also don't think you'll be the idiots, but I don't know if you'll have the wedding you're planning. Also, I don't think the father and stepmother are the idiots for stipulating this condition, like, they're going to pay for the wedding and there's the risk that their daughters won't be able to go. It doesn't seem fair. So, this is something that you two will have to weigh up and choose what's more important, the date, and all the privileges that come with it, or the risk of not having her sisters, and possibly their parents' money, at the wedding. If being certain that her sisters will be at the wedding is more important, change the date. If not, leave things as they are. But either way, I don't think anyone here is the idiot. And what do you guys think about this whole situation? What do you think OP and the bride should do? What would you do? Do you think that what the parents are asking is too much? Do you think OP and fiancé should take other people into consideration when picking the date? Do you think they should change the date because of the sisters' exams? What would you do? Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Now let's read more information that OP and his bride left in the comments. I don't think you're an a-hole for not changing your wedding date, but I think you are an a-hole for having a destination wedding, when the bulk of the attendees have to shell out a chunk of change for an egotistical vanity scenario. Totally fair, it 100% is a vanity exercise. I don't deny that. Most weddings are, nowadays. That said, many of our guests have highlighted that it's a great opportunity to make a summer holiday out of the event, which was our intention. They have every right to say no and not attend, and we have made this crystal clear to all our friends and families, as we appreciate it's a massive ask. If most of your family live in Australia, why get married in a very expensive place to travel to? We live in London, so we thought we would utilize being so close to Europe. Additionally, our families are happy to use the trip as a summer holiday. These are her sisters. Does she want them there? Where does their attendance fall on her list of priorities? Apologies, we wrote this together. She does want her sisters there. She feels upset that her parents deem her sister's university exams as more of a priority than her lifelong marriage. But they are not. They are saying that it is more important than a wedding, not your marriage. A wedding that has not been officially scheduled yet, and can be moved to another date, and we don't know if their exams can. I mean, if they are able to do it another day. And like I said, they are also paying for it. But I get what she means, sometimes you just want to be the priority. OP's fiancé also replies to the comments. Can you move it earlier by a week or two? You still get your May weather and pricing? They might miss a week or two before exams. Thank you for your questions, bride here. We have considered this and absolutely would be more than willing to move it earlier as well. Only trouble is that 2 of my other siblings, I have 5 in total, not to mention my in-laws, are completing placements for their degrees in hospital settings in the lead up to this date. I am not sure if skipping placement hours is easier. Trouble is we just don't even know if my sisters will have exams or not, a rock in a hard place. If we can move without it affecting costs, we definitely would. Yes, nothing has been locked in and changing the date is easy, cause right now the date is still only an idea/concept. Hello bride here, exams are important and so is the education of my sisters. We have 12 years between us and are in very different stages of life. I do not expect them to attend, or anyone else for that matter. However, I do hope that my dad and stepmom would respect my decision to select a particular date based on what works for most. I also have 6 other siblings and 2 other families to consider. I really think that moving it is the right call, even if it means changing your location. Including siblings is important, as is maintaining positive relationships with in-laws. Agreed, family being at the wedding should be my #1 priority. So you're not the one pressuring them to come despite the fact that they have exams. Your dad and stepmom are pressuring you guys, so your sisters can attend. While you guys are accepting that, because of the date, your sisters won't be able to be there? It would be practical to write the post more legibly. Read the comments and see how wildly you guys are misunderstood. Correct, thanks for the clarification. Good point about updating the post. Ironically, it was my stepmom and dad who wanted us to have the wedding in Greece due to my family heritage. We honestly do not expect anyone to come, it's a massive ask. Is it also fine if your father decides not to pay for 1/4 of your wedding because you're deliberately excluding his family? Yes, we have never expected that my dad would pay or contribute to our wedding. It was a lovely and generous offer, but we absolutely are happy to pay for our own nuptials, and no doubt will end up paying. If I move the date earlier I would be potentially excluding other siblings, including one of my bridesmaids. I have 5 in total, and if I push it to late June as has been requested, then it is at greater expense. Like I say, a rock in a hard place. Trust me, I feel like an idiot, whichever way we go about it. If you want them there you need to shift the wedding date, and not expect them to lie or change college coursework for you. Fair point, bride here, we definitely didn't expect my sisters to do this. Uni and exams are important. I've complete higher education and don't for 1 second disagree. However, we did consider it as an option if they wanted to attend. Given the hearty response to the importance of studies, we are reviewing date options. So info, are you okay with them not attending? We would naturally be sad if they couldn't attend, and we would celebrate with them individually at another time. To answer your question, I would be okay with them not attending. There is a considerate age gap between us and them. And while their exams are important to them, this wedding is important to us. I want to add to this, I don't think it would ever become a case of the sisters not attending. They would 100% want to come and would likely maneuver the exam situation, whether that be choosing subjects that don't have exams, etc. Bride here, think this was misinterpreted maybe, or maybe I just am the a-hole. But either way, I don't expect my sisters to not sit their exams, their education is incredibly important. For that reason, I don't expect them to come. In saying this, I would hope though that my parents wouldn't pressure me to select a date in the high season that requires everyone to spend more on that account. I have explored lots of different date options, but there has been a lot of pressure to do late June. I also can't move it forward because 2 other siblings, I have 5 in total, not to mention in-laws, due to university placements in hospital settings, which I am not sure is any easier to get out of. We also don't expect any of our parents to contribute, there has just been an offer to split costs 4 ways. Anywho, thanks for all the comments, lots of food for thought. Look, the truth is that if OP and fiancé took into consideration everyone's availability that they want at their wedding, to pick a date, they might never have a wedding. So, I don't think they are the idiots at all if they want to continue with this date, and if a few of their families end up not going, that is it. And since they already said they are fine if dad and stepmom don't financially contribute, and that changing the date may also cause problems so that other people won't attend the wedding, then don't. Don't change it. I get she wants all her siblings there, but looks like it is not going to be possible, at least not in a destination wedding. And now that I know that it was dad and stepmom that suggested to have the destination wedding, I don't think they are necessarily mad about the date, but since it's possibly that their daughters might not able to go, people might expect that they won't attend, and they were expecting that the wedding would be an excuse to have their family's summer vacation. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Oh, and I hope you are enjoying the video so far. If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. Now let's see what the comments say, but it looks like most of them don't agree with me. You are the idiot for not running the dates past everyone who is financially contributing first. That's not entirely accurate, however I have edited the post to hopefully make it clearer. We haven't locked in dates yet. Us facilitating dialogue about May 30th as a potential date is where this convo has stemmed from. I agree, if anyone is financially contributing, they deserve a voice/heads up before any actions are taken. Don't you dare whine one little bit when both students are focused on studying and exams instead of your wedding. The students would be idiots if they skip the exams for a wedding. Even mentioning that one could lie about illness to get out of something important makes me think you are probably an idiot. You are the idiot for not considering their school schedules in the first place. They are sisters, not some random cousin, and it's pretty well known, or at least easy to find out when terms end. Your response that they can try to rearrange everything to suit you, when you can't be bothered to even consider them is telling. Now your future in-laws have been put in a horrible situation thanks to your selfishness. You are the idiot, unless you both have very wealthy friends and family. Get married wherever, but you've likely annoyed the people you invited by already complicating everything. Even if they all have money, they still have lives. Concentrate on your future marriage, not a shitshow wedding. Good grief. When you decide to have a destination wedding, at least some people aren't going to come for a multitude of reasons. This is going to upset some people, but it is inevitable. If fiancé really wants both sisters at the wedding, changing the date sounds like the only option, but it isn't actively excluding anyone. This is why they suck. Not the idiot if you don't change the date, but you are the idiot for having one in the first place. Thanks for all the comments on this one. I must say, I've certainly reconsidered my take on this. Exams and education are hugely more of a priority than my own wedding day, and I don't want my future sister-in-law's feigning sickness to get out of exams for our sake. That's a lot of added pressure when exam periods are already mentally grueling. Based on the advice, I'm now inclined to move the date. Well, look like they are going to pick another date. I don't know if that is going to be better or not, but at least the dad and stepmom will be happy. But will everyone else be? Will the other siblings and wedding party still be able to attend the wedding? Will the wedding still be in Greece? And is the bride and groom happy with this change? We don't know. Well, I do hope you have a lovely wedding, with no more drama, wherever and whenever it might be. And what do you guys think? Do you think they should change the date or not? Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, go watch the video that is appearing on the screen right now or click on one of our playlists that are in the description to watch more videos. Until next time.